What is going on, YouTubers, gamers, and fellow hobbyists, and anyone else that's out there happen to be watching? Now, forgive the camera not being on just yet. I'm just trying to get my area set up, as it were. My old computer is being amazingly slow. Anyway, while we are waiting for that, this is Live to Tell the Tale, the live show where we get to talk about a bit about hobby, a bit about everything under the sun and everything else, really. And we'll probably end up talking more about everything else, but I do have a few things to go through now. I'm just trying to get this damned old computer of mine. Come on. Really doesn't want to play ball. My old computer. That's okay. Anyway, I got something to show you. Ready? Look at that live on air sign that my lovely wife did for me. Now, the reason for this is because sometimes in the studio I'm recording, I like to record certain videos without any edits. So, you know, obviously some I do and some I don't. The ones I don't really want to be starting again. And so I put this on the door, and then people know I'm actually recording. You know, I'm going to come out of this. See, it says I'm live on one screen here, and my other computer is just all weird, totally weird. So, yeah, I use two computers, so it's a bit weird. I could just switch screens on this one, but I don't really want to. It's yeah, it's one of those things. Anyways, now for some reason it's telling me I'm not live. So what is going on here? Oh. Let's sign out of that one. You get to listen to me talk about stuff whilst I'm prattling around. They're not even getting into it yet. That's all right. There's no viewers as yet, anyway. I think this might work. What I'm doing. See, I forget. So I've got one PC, one Mac, and they're very, very, very different beasts. Right, so live to tell the tale. Okay, let's go. What is going on? Give it a little longer. See, I did this once before, didn't I? And I ended up having to scrap it and start again, which was very irritating. Ah, there we go. That looks like me on the screen. It's just buffering though, you know. Oh, come on. One watching now. Oh, it says I've got a viewer. If anyone could say this, if anyone can let me know if this is working, then I would really, really appreciate it. Because at the moment I'm in the dark with my. Then again, how am I going to find out if it keeps buffering all the time? Oh, come on, man. This is really strange. Oh, and I have got the sound turned off on the other one. You know, normally I do these things and they go plain sailing. The last one went plain sailing. Well, I'm going to hold two hands up. This is to see if I'm actually going to be how far behind the lag is. No, it's not a good look. Anyway, I have got some things to go through, and that's okay. Oh, my other PC is not liking it. I'm signing in so that I can chat. How silly is that? Right. Say something. Oh, I'll say something. Testing. Right, well, I can at least chat to myself. That's good. All right, enough of that. Anyway, so did the live on air thing. Yeah, that's cool. I got my coffee. We're all ready to go. I got some things I want to talk about, and let's have a good time. So, still not seeing my double hands in the air thing. So, right, what's that all about? I don't know. Right, well, first thing I want to talk about is some terrain I've been doing recently. I'm just going to hold my hands up again for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bear with me. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to try moving my camera and whole setup further back. Oh, man. Moving the whole thing's on the table. Oh, look at this. This is professional. This is so professional. How professional is this? Right. Anyway, terrain first. So let's talk about terrain. Now, 3 years ago, yesterday, I put up a post about my Sanctum Imperialis on Facebook. I said, well, that's really, really strange. God, there's about a lag of about a minute and a half here on my other laptop. Cool, that's bad. That is bad. Worst lag I've ever known. It could be there's a really bad signal today, which is typical, isn't it? But I don't know. It could be that it's just my laptop that's really slow. Well, anyway, yeah, Sanctum Imperialis. I built it, and I believe it was one of the first on the bench repeats I ever did. One of the first, maybe not the first, but it was one of the early ones anyway, and I know that for a fact. Well, yesterday I completed, put the finishing touches on my what's it called, Basilica Administratum, and here it is. I'll just show you. Now, obviously it's not painted, so it's just been built, and so here it is. Really awesome model, lovely to put together, and this is just the I put it together the way more or less it was on the front of the box, but I used some of the extras left over, the bits inside. You can see that there. I bent a couple of the spare stanchions that you get and just laid them on the floor and one up against the side there. You see that? And I got that piece there just laying across there, and that bit of decoration just on the floor there. I put one on the side there intact, and I thought that would be really cool. I'm looking forward to painting this. I'm going to paint it in the same color scheme as my Sanctum Imperialis. I think it fits. It just fits really well with that. So that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, this camera isn't one to be showing off models on, but you get the general idea. So I got that going on. Okay, so that's that, the Basilica Administratum. Now, also, I've got a couple of models in the post today. Ones that ones I ordered a while ago. And they're Reaper Bones models, and they're going to be used in my 40k games, or some of them anyway. Now, one is the Filth Beast. Now, I've already got one, put it together because it comes in bits, and I've started to paint it. They make great Tyranids. Well, I think they do. This is what it looks like now. And this is what it's looking like. It's looking like some weird mutant Tyranid, which is, well, doesn't even look weird for a Tyranid. It does not look out of place in a Tyranid army. It really doesn't. And obviously, it's far from finished yet, but I've got plans for this this baby. Also, I'm going to be using upside down. This Mind Eater. He's going to be another type of Tyranid. Now, these Tyranids, yesterday I finished playing my second game of Warhammer 40k 8th edition, where I was playing my Tyranids. We had an amazingly fun narrative game. Who took my dice? Miniature War Game. A good day from Canada. Good day to you, sir. Sorry, I didn't notice your thing earlier, and I've got all the gear here. All the gear and no idea, eh? That's how it's working for me. Good day back. Hope you can hear me and see me okay, because my other screen is not playing ball today, so it's a bit difficult. I hope it doesn't interfere too much with the chat. But anyway, yes. So I got this going on. Now, in the narrative game we played yesterday, I had to proxy this for another like a Tyranid objective marker that I had ages ago. I'll just cut a long story short. The game narratively was set on an imperial world where it was like an industrial world where they were experimenting, who knows what, weapon warfare, I suppose, I don't know, but lots of factory, lots of chemical stuff going on. And in the game, when the Rippers, one of the Rippers, they went to the pool, and the idea was that it drank from the pool and mutated into, it wasn't this, it was meant to be this, it would have been this, but and then it became a random factor, moving using the scatter dice, and attacking anyone it came within an inch of, but only using the Ripper stats. But we gave it an extra dice of movement to. The idea was the chemicals that mutated it and made it faster, and so yeah, that was really, really, really fun to do. It was a really fun element to put in a game. What is it, buddy? I've got my dogs. Oh, it's Millie. My dogs are here as well, so yeah. So that was fun. So I'm going to get a few more of these. I think I want about 5 of these altogether. So, but they go together well. There's about 5 or 6 bits to the model, but like I say, it does go together quite well. And like I say, it's far from finished, but there you go. Anyway, that's that. That is that. So well prepared today. I didn't have anywhere to put my spare stuff. Well, that's not good. Anyway, excuse me, another sip of coffee. Sorry for the slow start today, people. And it really doesn't matter if you're watching this later. That's fine. You can just skip all the boring bits then. I don't mean all of it. But I know some of you may be watching today, and you might not all be hobbyists or YouTubers. Well, might be YouTubers, but you're not all hobbyists. I know. Yes. So if you are one of those, welcome as well. Now, I've got a little list of things to go through, but they're not in any order here. So I've done the bit of terrain there. So I did. I was quite chuffed with that, and I'm looking forward. That will be in and of itself a few on the bench episodes right there, painting that one up, I think. Although, yeah, because I dry brushed the original, so I'm probably going to do the same with this. I think I'll just prime it with the airbrush and then dry brush the rest, and then do a few little bits here and there to get the details in. That's how I did the first one. I may even have to go back to the old early on the bench episodes and have a look how I did it. That will be interesting. Anyway, Congo. As you may or may not know, I have indulged myself in a game of Congo recently. We were playing a scenario from War Games Illustrated, and I don't have that particular issue of War Games Illustrated with me, but I've got another one because I thought, well, if they're doing, and the scenarios were written by the author of Congo, so that was pretty cool, and it played really, really well. It's actually one of the, I if you know me, you know I really, really enjoy Congo. I really do. But well, I lost my train of thought. Yes, that's it. Sometimes you get an expansion or a extra scenario, something that's been homemade by someone, and it's good, but you know, yeah, it's all right, but it's not as good as the stuff you get in the book. Whereas this was as good as the stuff you get in the main core rulebook. But anyway, I thought to myself, well, if they're doing like the author is putting extra scenarios into War Games Illustrated, and they do seem to be quite affiliated with this magazine, or they go hand in. I looked for an older copy, and this is November 2016, and on it had Tarzan, and you may know I recently acquired the Tarzan figure from my friend Ralph, and I repainted it. Not there was anything wrong with the way it was painted, but I just like to paint my own stuff, and yeah, I'm just going to move my coffee out the way a moment. Just bear with me. The reason for that is so I can move my other computer closer. Oh, here we go. Come on. Right. Okay. I don't think my other computer is doing anything else in the background. I hope it isn't. Or it might be, actually. That could be why it's running so slow. I think it might be running a scan. Well, that's just irritating. I wonder. Just bear with me. Please bear with me. I've still got this, so I won't lose my train of thought. Hopefully. How do you do? How do you do force quit on a PC again? I know I do it on a Mac, but I'm not used to PCs. Oh, this is irritating. Sorry, guys. Oh, well, whatever. That's okay. I'll leave it. You've been updated. Your security is now better than ever. Hopefully that's the end of it. Right, back to the show. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. That was irritating. My other PC was running a virus scan. Like, I don't use it. The only thing I use that one for is for doing live stuff. It's just easier. I prefer it. It's just the way I like doing it. But it decided it was time for a scan. I must have, when I used to use it a lot, I've set it up as a regular scan thing. And hey, Underdog Painting. Hey guys, how is it going? Underdog Painting, welcome. Right, before I forget, so I was talking about this Congo. Yes, so I looked for on the internet. I thought I'm War Games Illustrated, so I just typed in War Games Illustrated Congo. Came up with this episode. This magazine, this issue. That's the word I'm looking for. Tarzan column. Now I got it today. I just ordered it. I'm going to back order any I find now. Can find it. Come on, come on, come on. Where are we? Lord of the Jungle meets Congo, page 62. So in here, there we go. Right now, it actually gives you stats. It's not a scenario, but it gives you stats for Tarzan, Jane, and Dr. George Washington Williams. Oops, sorry about that. Hitting the microphone. So I've got stats and what groups you can take with them. So you can have a Tarzan faction. That's really awesome. How awesome is that? And they got a little Tarzan faction there just as an example. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So guess it's going to be doing a Tarzan faction for Congo. And if I can talk my friend into allowing me to use it, no reason why not, because it's official in games. When I've got it up and running, I'll do that, and then we'll see how well the Tarzan faction fares in Congo. So that's going to be super awesome. Squagart says, hey, long time. Hey, Squagart. Sorry, a strange looking on my. I'm guessing you guys, when you're messaging here, there's going to be quite a bit of a lag today. So I do apologize for that. It doesn't actually matter whether the lag is in the stream or the actual hardware, because the point is it will be a lag to me. So sorry about that, but I will see your stuff eventually. But yeah, so the game of Congo I played with Ralph last time, that was a really good scenario. And there is another scenario by the same guy, the author of the game itself, which we are hoping to play next time, which will be really, really good, I think. I think so. I mean, the whole berry one was just brilliant. So it's kind of like a bit of a narcotic, really. It was just good. Anyway, with War Games Illustrated, I'm thinking about getting a subscription for that, because I don't know, there's just loads of cool stuff. A quick plug then whilst I'm here. I know a lot of people just go for White Dwarf, but I mean, War Games Illustrated, you get multiple platforms of games. That's the best way to do this. No, that's not a good way, is it? You can't see it at all. But it's just loads of games, war games, board games, mostly war games. Historical, sci-fi, fantasy, all sorts in there. War Games Illustrated magazine, absolutely brilliant. You get things. You get things to do with Salute as well. It tells you a lot about what's coming up, what stores and vendors are going to be. You usually get your Salute map with it, and the vendor map, and all that kind of good stuff. And so I'm thinking about a subscription of that. Now, yeah, so I've had 2 games of 8th edition now, and I've just finished rendering a thoughts on a video, which is really concerning mostly just my last game, and this one, what's that? So my god, about a minute difference from sending a message. Live stream, it's just YouTube doing that in English. Oh, that's good. Good to know that everything's cool. Excellent. All right. At least I know. Anyway, yeah. So I did a thoughts on video on that last game where I was playing Tyranids, and yeah. But my first game was Orcs, and I don't have many Orcs. I don't actually. What I must do is a points count now of all my armies. I think that will take some time, but I don't have many Orcs. But I wanted to run them, and it was against Astra Militarum. And although Orcs were victorious, I felt they were slower than I was hoping for. They didn't get across the table as quick as I would have liked. Unlike for the boys, for instance, that extra or that lack of an extra inch. So they would have, in the 7th edition, they would have moved 6 inches, but as they're only moving 5, I don't know, it added up. To me, it felt weird, and what it highlighted to me was the fact I need to get some bikes and some other fast attack stuff so I can just get in up there. But there's going to be other ways. And moving on to the Tyranids, which was versus Dark Angels. Tyranids, I won with those, which was good. And I discovered they were actually better than I thought they were going to be. Far better. Tyranids, yeah, really cool. Now we'll go back to the Orc. So I'm chopping and changing. So the Orc game I won, but I got to be honest, that was primarily down to some lucky dice rolling. Really was. Lucky dice rolling won the day for me there. I'm going to blow my own trumpet here. So, Tyranids, I won through tactics and just their general awesomeness. Yeah, I'm going to say that. I mean, it was a fairly close game, but oh man, Tervagons. Yeah, I need another one of those bad boys. Well, girls, because they're girls, aren't they, really? Well, I feel they're she's because they spawn, so they're kind of giving birth. But the spawning aspect of the Tervagon, now there's no mishap. I thought, am I reading that right? They just spawn 10 if you want, and why wouldn't you want to? After every movement phase. Yeah. So I get a couple of those. I need 2. So I can then spawn 20 gaunts or gunts after every movement phase. I can spawn 10 each, so 20. Yes, please. Although it does state in the rules if you run out of, and they've got to be with is it flesh borers? Yeah, I think it's flesh borers. They've got to be the one with flesh borers, and it does state in the rules, and my opponent was adamant. Sorry, you've run out of models. That means you just don't put any more down. I'm like, yeah, but I can proxy these. And I thought, no, I can't because I have got other ones with different weapons on. And he was quite right to do that, or to insist upon that. And but I'm going to get some more. I've got loads. I'm going to have 40 on the table at one point. 40. Think of that. 40. I know they're not very powerful. They're only cannon fodder. But 40, and they were all in range, and some of them were within less than half of the range of the flesh borer, so they could do 2 shots. So imagine all that dice rolling. I mean, odds alone is going to be, you're going to get some good something in there. Even it's like Overwatch overkill, really. It's just really cool. And the look on your opponent's face, I guarantee if you've got that many models and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're not doing anything about it, the look on your opponent's face will be priceless. Absolutely priceless. Next time I play, I think my Tervagon is going to get targeted pretty early on. But you know, there's different nuances I can kind of compensate with that. So I'm really cool with that. I'm absolutely loving 8th edition thus far. Plays so much faster. And I think now that we all started 8th on a level pegging, I don't know, it just feels good. It feels good to me, and it's just much more fluid, a lot less flicking through books and consulting tables. I don't want to consult a table just to do. Hang on a minute. My computer keeps asking me to restart, and I don't want to. No. Now I've lost my train of thought. Thanks, computer. Well, I was saying 8th edition, loving it. And I am. I'm absolutely loving it. It is so cool. Oh, man, I just seeing my PC holding up the magazine. That's some lag on there. Anyway, I'll tell you what. Might get my train of thought, but let's look through the message again. Imperial Guard are awesome now. Yes, they were. They only lost to me because I had super duper really lucky dice rolling, I feel. Awesome. You have to pay points for each unit you spawn. Where does it say that? It doesn't say in the index. Not on his ability. Don't tell my opponent that. It'd be going loopy. I don't think it would be ever possible for me to play any game. I don't think I get it completely right, but if that is the case, but I can't. Where does it say that? If you can direct me to where it says that, and then I'll fess up, and yeah, I'll go down in the estimation of coolness. I've got a notepad here for such things, and I'll write that down. But yeah, please tell me where it says you have to pay points, because I couldn't see any of that anywhere. It just says, I mean, there's no rolling involved. You just spawn them. Yeah, it just said that was it. Because I read it and I reread it and I reread it. Because in 7th, the mishap thing was I was always rolling doubles to spawn, and it was not good. It was just you could have done with about 3 Turbogons really just to make it worthwhile. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, let's move on, and we'll come back. I might get my answer later, hopefully. Right. Let's move on to the Horus Heresy book series. I'm currently on the first Heretic. Well, I've gone back to reading that, which is book 14 in the series, if you like. And I have to say, I'm about a third of the way through it. It's by Aaron Dembski Bowden. Aaron Dembski Bowden? Yeah. I don't think he's written any of the others up until that point in the series. But I have to say, this is my favorite Horus Heresy novel by far to date. Absolutely brilliant. Actually written really, really well. It doesn't have too many characters and too many threads, and it's not all disjointed like a lot of the books are. This is actually well written and good, strong, solid characters that you care about thus far. But I gotta say, the more I read about stuff, the more of a douchebag I think the Emperor is. So I think I might be turning to chaos in the near future. He is, though, isn't he? I mean, he made the word bearers really humble on what was their world called? I can't even remember. Didn't even write it down. But page 126, Army roster reinforcement points. No, page 126. I said about FAQs and things, but there we go. I'm gonna write that down because when this is finished, I'll lose all the messages. So page 126. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah. Well, that makes my victory hollow. I wouldn't have won then. No way. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Hey, still getting used to it, right? That's okay. I'll know for next time. It was still a fun game anyway. Anyway, going back to the first Heretic. Yeah. So, yeah, the Emperor is just such a douchebag, the way he kind of made the word bearers kneel in the dust of their destroyed world, and even made Lorgar kneel. Him and Gilliman. yeah, he seems a bit of a douchebag as well. He does in that story anyway. I'm not surprised Lorgar smacked him one, knocked him down. But he's done that to, I mean, yeah, Magnus aired when he visited the Emperor, but I mean, the destruction of Prospero, I mean, they destroyed all signs of life, all signs of civilization. But one thing I did like about this book, I like it whenever these books, yeah, and I make a lot of them, mistakes. Yeah, that's me. Anyway, one thing I do like about these books is the way over the books it talks about now and again, just get little snippets of the unmentioned or unmentionable Primarchs and the Forgotten Legions, and in this book, so for it, page 163, it mentions them, and I love this. If I can just find it, and it's bits like this which I find brilliant. It's and it's between conversation between Lorgar and Magnus, and when he was asking, they were basically saying that the other Primarchs consulted with, or the Emperor consulted with the other Primarchs before going to see Lorgar. And oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, I keep getting messages on my other screen. Yeah, so they consulted with these Primarchs before going to see him, and said Magnus said Lehman Russ stuck up for you, basically, to cut a long story short. And he's like, really? Because they don't, you know, they're not like best buddies or anything like that. And how does he put it here? He said he did. The Space Wolves are a spiritual legion in their own stunted and blind way. Fenris is an unmerciful cradle, though he lacks the intelligence to give it voice. This is Magnus speaking. Instead, he swore that he'd already lost 2 brothers and had no desire to lose a 3rd. And then Lorgar says, 2 already lost. Lorgar looked back to the city. I still recall how they... And then Magnus says, enough. I just love that. Enough, warned Magnus. Honor the oath you took that day. And that's all you get. You've got, you know, that's all it gives you. Just a tiny little fragment. Tiny little snippet of what was going on or what happened. Do I think we'll ever find out? I don't think so, but it's just nice to get these little bits here and there. So that's that. On a side note, I had a cold caller earlier. I thought, that's funny, the post has been, and there shouldn't be anyone calling. And he's trying to, I don't know, he's trying to sell me some energy saving, this, that, and the other. I'm like, dude, I got this, I've even got this sign on, no cold callers, please. Now, I'm not without a certain sense of sympathy to these guys, because I've done jobs like that in the past. Yeah, I've done jobs like that in the past, but I'm like, I'm not interested. Move on. He said, I'm just doing my job. So I said, please do it somewhere else. Not interested. Cold callers. So that could have happened. And this this brings me to a point. This could easily happen here, which does sometimes when, if someone calls at the door, all I'll do is I'll turn the camera and microphone off, and I'll go and answer it or whatever, and then I'll be right back. So that's how it works on my show, because I've got nothing to show you here that's worth looking at, really. So I think it might have happened on the last one or the one before, and then everybody in the chat was like, is it over? Is he gone? And then someone said, like, no, he's just answering the door or whatever. Or the phone. I think the phone went in one of them as well. The phone, and it's my mum. Yeah, you know, my mum was on the phone to me the other day, well, about a week ago, and my own mum chastised me for not having any trousers on whilst I was talking to her. I was still in the process of getting dressed, and like on the phone, so you can't see me. But how dare you do that? You shouldn't be doing that. You know, that's really, you know. go and get dressed. Yes, I'll do that immediately, but I can't because I'm on the phone to you. Anyway, let's get back to here. Square guard, but at least you don't have to pay points for replenishing old units. 30 Gant blob is hard to get rid of with her topping up the losses each time. Yeah, at least you can do that, because it does say you can also replenish ones that lost another. They got to be within 6 inches, though, haven't they, of the Turbogon, I think. So I don't know what my next game. My next game probably won't even be 40k. Probably. Well, it might be. I don't know. But I'm itching to play Congo again. And I've got, and I've got this magazine. I'm curious to get a Tarzan faction together, but I'm not going to do it because I don't have all the. I've got Tarzan, but I don't have Jane or the other guy. Oh, I've forgotten his name already. What was he called? Well, Dr. George Washington Williams, a veteran of the American Civil War and Indian Wars. Dr. Williams fights alongside Tarzan to bring a semblance of true American justice and civilization to the Congo. So I've got to get a couple more figures, and then be good to go. So, what is everyone doing out there today whilst watching my very unprofessional show today? I thought I was getting into the routine of getting it just right here, but with hardware problems and various other things, I don't even know how much longer my PC is left for this world. So, yeah. You're making a list, Super War Gamer. Excellent. Excellent. Haha. So, are you allowed to divulge, Mr. Super War Gamer, what's in your list, or any part of it, or is that secret stuff? What army are you playing against then, if you would rather? I'm Frost and Fists. Oh, you're watching on the bench. You could have been here live. Well. Oh, that's cool. Actually, I just finished watching your Wolf Brother Wednesday episode today, which was really good, by the way. I super enjoyed that, and the answers to the questions very, very good. And yeah, particularly like the RSI answer that I asked. So yeah, the reason I asked that on my Q&S was because about a year ago, I suppose. I think it was about a year ago. I had such pain in my arm, my forearm, and I went to the doctor. So obviously, I'm answering this here. Now, I'm not going to answer this on my P&Q. I went to the doctor, and I had a pain in my arm. You know, he said, "Well, what are you doing?" And I was honest. I said, "Look, the thing I do most is I paint models." He said, "Please show me how you're doing it," and I did it. And how did I used to do it? I used to hold the model and put my elbow on my top of my leg like that, and I'm doing that. And he said, "No, check. Well, try. I suggest try changing." It was something like that. Anyway, he just suggested trying to change the posture, and I did. And within the next week, it cleared up, and it's been okay ever since. So fingers crossed it stays. Right. Super War Gamer 30 Lich Guard, eh? Oh, versus Space Marines. Good luck with that one. Sky Guard gradually painting 50 guards. Mummy. I called mine Tina the Turvagon. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. My next door neighbor is called Tina. I don't think she watches this, so I think I'm safe. Why name it after? Because I can't say. I'll stop there. Probably not what you're thinking though. All right, she shouts a lot. Tina the Turbo, so she's making waves. Right. Anyway, so Frost and Fists. I'm getting ready for work. Sanding the green stuff I've used to fill gaps for the Primaris Librarian. Well, I should be getting ready for work as well. Oh yeah, that Primaris Librarian. I not quite like the look of that. Yeah, the Primaris Librarian. Might get one myself, actually. Thanks for the kind words. You are more than welcome, sir. Sky God, she has too many kids, lol. Yeah, well, it's just cool. I just like. Well, going back to the original thing of the game, I think Synapse is better now. That it just affects the morale, because I didn't like it much before, because everybody targeted your Synapse creatures. I mean, they tend, well, from the games I've seen, I've only seen about a half a dozen games with Tyranids in. I don't know, it's because I don't know if it's just because people are forgetting to do it, which probably would be the case if it was me. But they seem to be forgetting to target their Synapse, although they did in one of the ones I watched. But yeah, I think it works a heck of a lot better now. Yeah, but I remember painting all my Tamagants. I mean, I need more, but I was sick to death of it come the end. I really was. And it's nice to get that, and the base colors on and all the rest of it. But the highlighting I did, and I'm just painting these highlights on these Gants, thinking, is it really worth it? Because they're only cannon fodder. And I thought, no, I'm going to persevere. I'm going to do it, and so I did. So that's good. God, blimey! I'm just holding up the book. First Heretic. Oh, blimey, that's some lag. Never mind. Anyway, that's okay. Weather here is overcast. It's been. I'll tell you one thing though. When we were playing the game, we had the most fantastic thunderstorms, and a lot of people I know don't like the thunder and lightning and that. But man, it was brilliant. You couldn't have asked for better sound effects for a battle. I just thought it was so thematic. So I mean, we're in the studio and it's like, and it's like, wow, that's really awesome. You can imagine it's the guns firing. Everyone else is like, oh, I don't like it. My dogs are in the house. Apparently they're not liking it either. But we're like, yes, this is awesome. But anyway. Super Wargamer, good call. Always make the models look as good as possible. Yes. It's just that sometimes you're thinking, I want to paint something different. I always tend to go for horde armies, and I'm stupid like that. So when I first started the hobby, which was about 3 years ago, I suppose, bit more, someone recommended I do Grey Knights, which I've never done, obviously. Because you would know. They said Grey Knight's a good one to start with because there's low model count and they're quite easy to paint. But I just never did. I thought, no, Tyranids. I want Tyranids. I wanted to have a Tyranid army. I think they look amazing, and that's what kind of got me into it as well. Really, was looking at Tyranids, people playing Tyranids, and it just looked so great on their tables, and I thought, wow, that looks amazing. And even in the game we played the other day, end of every time we were just stepping back and looking at the table going, wow, that just looks amazing. That really does look amazing. Yeah. God, gotta shoot, get my kids from school. Take it easy, mate. Okay, have a good one. And yeah, have a good one. Stay safe and all that kind of good stuff, and keep on hobbying. And yeah, I hope eventually you get those talents done, my man. So, going back, so just recapping my in case, because more people will join later on, to save you going back and watching. Just some people, I got these. Yep, see you later, buddy. Screw God. I got these today. Mind Eater Filth Beast. I had a Filth Beast. The Filth Beast, I've got one partially painted up here. It comes in about 6 bits, but they make for great Tyranids. Look. And I'm going to be using them in an upcoming game, hopefully, because the game we played, I was using a Tyranid objective marker as a Ripper swarm that ate from or drank from this pool of toxic chemicals and mutated it into that, and it suddenly then, this is how, because we want to use our scatter dice. See, I've got, between us, we've got probably a jar full. Got loads of scatter dice, and it seems a shame now that they don't do the template thing, not using the scatter dice, but they're quite handy. So we're using them to move like random things around the board, like that kind of thing. It was just a fun thing to do. So the next big thing on my painting desk will be that bit of terrain I showed you at the start there, the Ministratum building. So that's going to be good. Yeah. Yeah, it was. And I think the Mind Eater is going to be one as well. So my opponent was gracious enough to say, yeah, let's try it, because I think 8th edition kind of encourages you to use a bit of house rules and a bit of your own thing in the narrative games. And I'm not so much into the competitive play, but yeah, we did this. I just want to use all these. I mean, look at that. That's gonna look awesome as a Tyranid, don't you think? Big brain on legs. And I'm going to get a few of these Filth Beasts, so I'm going to have them running around the table in random factor. Or here's another one. They could be the remains of a Tyranid army or Tyranid force that left and didn't want any part of them. They just left them there, running around on a dead planet. So they're just skittering about the place looking for any life, but there isn't any because the Tyranids have eaten it all. So that when the 2 other factions arrive, they'll be targeting them most likely. So if you've got 2, say you had Orcs and Space Marines, the random factor then works because it'll attack either side, which is cool. That's what we're doing. Gets to within an inch. We're using 2 dice for movement and a random scatter dice. 2 dice for movement, as opposed to 6 inches of the Ripper, because we agreed that the chemicals it had infused made it faster, but kept the stats of the Ripper. And as soon as it got to within an inch of either myself or my opponent, it attacked. Excellent stuff. I love fun stuff like that, and it's so much more fun than consulting a table and rolling a dice, I think, because you can see it's just better. Yeah, I think so too. So just grab this. I keep grabbing this bit of terrain. I just finished 3 years ago, yesterday, I think. Yeah, 3 years ago that Facebook said I finished. That's my PC playing it. Yeah. My computer's luggage. But anyway, so I got this. This is going to be painted very soon, in the same colours as my Sanctum. It's just going to go on the table. It's just going to add to the table. My computer is giving updates. Bear with me, guys. Live to tell the tale. Oh. Right. There we go. Now I can see the chat again. That's not what I wanted to do. That really isn't. Right. Okay. That's better. Sorry about that. It was technical issue there. I like to have two computers on my setup because normally I find it easier as opposed to like I'm on just one now and I'm fitting between the two screens. I suppose I could make it smaller. I could just make it smaller, couldn't I? I could do that. But I don't. Would they still eat Necrons? Frost and Fist said. Well, they'd eat flayed ones because they got flesh on them. Depends. See, I've always had this issue with Necrons and what was the old mysterious terrain thing where it would eat attack live stuff, and I always said, well, that shouldn't do with Necrons, should it? Because they're just mechanical. But I'm not too sure on the lore. Hang on a minute. I think some small part of them is organic, isn't it? Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a Necron player really. I've got Mike's playing up Punch It. Go Necrons, cool to be eaten. Hang on, I missed something there. Yeah, having two screens makes things so much easier. But my PC is really playing up, so let's see if I can make myself smaller and still have the chat. Yeah, that works. That works for me. That'll do. So they're all metal, but yeah, like I say though, flayed ones because they like to wear flesh, don't they? They probably Tyranids would go for that. I reckon they would, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Frost and Fist says maybe living metal tasters like chicken. Yeah, might do. What does metal taste like? Don't like it. Wow, that could be a thing. Yeah. Just having the last of my coffee, which always goes cold on things like this. So I've got lots to do. I'm really annoyed about my other PC because I'm going to turn it off and turn it on again. That is annoying. Well, as you can see, it's okay with the splits. I just like to have a screen dedicated to the chat because I just think it's easier. Right, turning on my other one again. We've only been going for an hour. I got through the things quite quick, but Prospero Burns, going back to Horus Heresy, is the next book on. I've got it up there on my shelf. But like I said, loving this one. Prospero Burns is next. So, like I said, this was approximately the 14th book in the Horus Heresy. This one, And I've read all the others up to this point. So I've done Horus Rising, False Gods, Galaxy in Flames, Flight of the Eisenstein, Fulgrim, Descent of Angels, Legion, Battle for the Abyss, Mechanicum, Tales of Heresy, Fallen Angels, Thousand Suns, Nemesis. That's different matter altogether. And now we're on to the first Heretic. Horus Rising, I enjoyed that. It's okay, you know. False Gods, I quite enjoyed that too. Galaxy in Flames, I love that. That was a great book, great story. Flight of the Eisenstein, love that too. Fulgrim, I liked it. Not as much, but I liked it. Son of Angels, love that, because I like the Dark Angels anyway. Legion, I wasn't a fan of, really. It's about the Alpha Legion. Battle for the Abyss. Catacomb was okay. About Mars, there's too many characters in it, really, though. I didn't bother with Tales of Heresy because that was like short stories and stuff. Fallen Angels, that was okay. Thousand Suns was alright. Nemesis, I didn't like that one. In fact, I didn't complete reading it. It was okay, but too many characters, and I just didn't understand. Frost of Hisses. Prospero Burns is the only Horus Heresy book I own so far, for obvious reasons. Yeah. But this one, as I was saying, I just love the way this one refers to, albeit in a small, tiny way, the forgotten Primarchs, or the two that they don't mention. Hey, we have Bex Gooding signed in to check you out. Hey, Bex, how's it going? How is it going in there today? I would be very interested to know. Thank you very much. I've actually got technical issues. The old laptop is playing up, so I'm having to do it all on one screen, which is not cool. But anyway, how's it going in the office today? Well, I presume lunch break is over. Frost and Fists. I just won Horus Rising, and I plan on picking up the Wolf King soon. Horus Rising it's a good book. It's all right, but I find Dan Abnett hard to read. Well, harder to read than other authors. But you might. Oh no, that's all right. I can. I'll manage somehow. But look, my other laptop is now trying to repair itself. It's doing that. Yeah. Don't like it. Mind you, it's as old as the hills, so I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be long for this world. It's getting no lunch today. Don't get me started. I will moan about it later. Good day to Foster. Oh, I look forward to that, my love. Anyway, we're. Oh, you didn't hear the I'll retell the story of the cold caller then. I had a cold caller trying to sell me some energy saving stuff. Pointed to my no cold callers sign. He said, I'm just trying to do my job. I've got to keep this clean because it's live. And I just said, well, kindly do it elsewhere. Oh yeah, you're a darling. I can use your iPad next time. I know, and that I used it when we were on holiday, didn't I? But oh, that's okay. I'll just figure out, a different way of doing things. If that's the way it's going to go, mind you, it might be nice to use. It's only got 2 Apple products because they work well together. Super Wargamer, can you say "Go Necrons"? Go Necrons! Go Necrons! Is that better? Mr. Many Dreams is joining us. Morning, Peter. Good morning to you, sir. How is it going? Use the iPad a la Jean-Luc Picard. Yeah, I could do, couldn't I? I could be sat here. I could use my phone, really, but I don't like the small screen for things like this. So I have my glasses on, so I can see the screen at that distance well. But then when I'm looking at there, I've got to keep doing that, so it's not quite so good. I'm glad you're happy, Super War Gamer, and good luck with your game. Is it for tonight, did you say? Whenever it is, anyway. Good luck with that one. Mr. Many Dreams, I've been really enjoying the new WizKids. Ah. So, Mrs. Mini Warzone, are you on your own at the moment? Just wondering. I've actually got a notification. Oh, I knew that would happen. Ah. Boss is out for now, so you'll keep watching, eh? That's good. We like this. Left to your own devices. Not sure that's a good idea. Oh, it's a brilliant idea. Hey, I'm live. I'm there. I'm with you in the office. It's good. I said there might be someone. Oh, you can look as well now, my love. My models, does it look okay? I did the I was just telling the guys how I put some of the extras in on the inside the broken stanch. Well, I broke them, didn't I? I bent these stanchions and popped them on there, and no, I'm quite chuffed with that. I'm quite chuffed with that. Super War Gamer just found out how to use emojis. Good. I'm glad you like the terrain. Oh, I know some of you have seen this already because you were in before, but this arrived today, my love. I ordered it because it had a Congo feature, Tarzan column. Look at this. Look, it gives you the rules to use Tarzan in Congo and Jane and Dr. George Washington Williams and the groups he can take with him. Gives you all their stats. So that's going to be cool. Because I like Congo. It looks the same as the last one. What are you talking about? It looks similar to the last one. I don't know what my PC's doing now. It's just gone blank. I turned it off and on, and it repaired itself. Well, I think it's trying to restart. Do you have to yodel like Tarzan when you play? I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if I could get that on here. Hold on. I'll just see if this works. Tarzan yodel. Nope. See if this works. Tarzan yodel.
Here is a matching video.
All right, here we go. Tarzan yodel. So I've got to do this. And now the phone's going. The phone is going. I can't answer it because I'm not live. Make a Necron Tarzan, that would be cool. Necron Tarzan would be cool. I like that. That's a good idea. Answer phone. Ah, it's my mum. I'll ring her back in a moment after the show. Necron Tarzan. Now that is something. You know, I could do that just as a fun model, couldn't I? Oh, yeah. I like the idea of having to yodel though. Seen some pics on Facebook of my latest figure. That's cool. I wonder if I can get my YouTube back on my other laptop PC, and then I can take over from the comments, and then I might be able to have a look. But if not, I'll definitely check them out after the show if I can't beforehand. I'm interested in that because you did some stuff back along figure-wise, didn't you? And they look really good. Bex Gooding, I'm signing off. Loads to do. Nice chatting. Great show. See you later. Well, thank you for joining, Bex Gooding. That's Mrs. Minnie, was it? That's my wife. How cool is that? I get to chat to my wife live on my live show while she's working. How many people can say that? Goodbye, Mrs. Minnie. Warzone. She's very busy and important. She's got stuff to do. Do a Tarzan Yodeler Necron accent. Now, see, now you're just pushing it. When the microphone goes funny next, I'll do it. Right, here we go. Excuse me. Yeah. Well, what can I say? You know, yeah, that's true. Making sure I'm behaving, you see. And yes, I am more jolly because I feel I'm connected with my wife, and that's always a good thing. Because sometimes you know you think, oh, you know, everybody's off doing stuff, and yeah, I'm always behaved, Mr. Mini Dreams. Well behaved. No, and Mrs. Mini Warzone would get this if I turn around and go, I'm being behaved, aren't I? It's what we call the Gollum face. You know, if you've got two kids and one of them says to you, oh, you tell one off and the other one says, I'm being good, aren't I, Daddy? And then looks at the other kid going, and you give him that Gollum face, and you say, yes, you are, but for the wrong reasons. That was from, I can't remember now, but it was from something. Oh dear, that's I'm looking forward to seeing or to hearing all about your day, Mrs. Mini Warzone. She's probably gone now, but you know, my wife is she's giving blood today after work, so we're going together to do that. Because I'm gonna drive her home just in case, because she's always borderline with being able to give blood or not, and she's got to make sure her iron levels get quite low sometimes, and it's you know, it's just one of those things. And sometimes when she's given blood an awful lot over the years, I forget how many pints she's given away. She's got all the badges and things, and she's given away a lot of pints of blood over the years. Sometimes she feels a bit faint or a bit lightheaded after, and it's just you know, I want to make sure she gets home safely, so I'm going to drive her home. Yeah, going back to the Necron thing. See, I've completely lost my track there. I'm going all over the place with this today. A Necron Tarzan. I don't think my friend Ralph would be too chuffed with that, but I'd like to make one just for fun. I would. Right, I'm going to pop over here. Right. Right. I'm just looking at your. Wow. Wow. I'm looking at your pictures you sent me, David. That's Mr. Mini Dreams. Spiders. Wow. They look cool. When I was about a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, when I was looking for spiders for D&D. Oh wow, they look really good. That looks really realistic. Yeah, I like it. Love it. Love it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do the screen share thing because last time I did that, I messed it up. And the whole thing went tits up basically. Oh wow, that looks. Are you sure that's not a real spider on your desk? That is amazing. That really is. Love it. Absolutely love it. Perhaps I should have looked at them on there, and then I could have shown you. Just turn the camera around. Oh wow, that is cool. I like that. Sorry guys, I'm here admiring someone else's work. That is great. Love it. Are you? Oh, that is awesome. Sorry, I just had to go and see those pictures that you put up. Wow. Thank you. You've been a big influence on me, brother. Well, as you scale modelers have been a huge influence on me. In fact, I think we could all learn so much from the scale modeling community. And in a lot of instances, we are kind of gelling and becoming as one. But I think I said in another video I did, I've got 2 hobby shops in the town where I live. One is a games workshop, and the other one is a general hobby shop, and it's the general one's got 2 floors. Nothing as grandiose as what Martin McNeil's got over at War Games, but the upstairs shop or the upstairs floor actually has a gaming room out back with a few tables and stuff. It's just, I don't know, pretty much like any other general hobby store, but the downstairs section is dedicated to scale model people, and I'm not even sure. It always seems to be the same staff on the different floors, but the ones in the scale model section, they've got such a knowledge of the products and what works best with what and they're the guys that turn me on to using pigments and things like that, and I wouldn't have dreamed of that to start with. And but scale modeling has really opened my eyes up to like what products work best with what products, what's the best thing to use on certain materials, and I just generally I like to take in their wealth of information that they have, because they've been modeling for longer than I've been alive. Some of them, I think, not all of them, but yeah, I think the scale model community. I look at some of the cars and trucks and things that they do, and I'm just blown away. But I'm like, wow, you've got to be kidding me! That, in fact, you see some little dioramas and you think, are you sure that's not a photo? Are you kidding me? And like that spider that you put up, that you sent to me on Facebook, David, that's one of them there, and it's just like crawling on your desk. I would try and show you guys, but honestly, I'm rubbish at trying to screen share. It does go weird. It looked like your pet spider on your desk. You just let him out the box or whatever. It looks real. It really looks real. Amazing. Anyway, what have we got here? So yeah, so the influence works both ways. Definitely works both ways. As if we'll give. Oh man, go on, a Tarzan Yodel as a Necron. You know you want to. I don't think I see. I could ruin it by trying that. I don't know. Beep. That's probably how they would go. I don't know. But the Johnny Wiseman one is super cool. Absolutely amazing. See, now my computer's playing ball. This computer will no longer receive chromatics because Windows and your Windows. Yeah, I know that. Sorry. It's over the hill. Thanks, man. So damn funny. You should do a Necron Yodel in your next game, just at some point. No warning, just do it, and you're trying to be like, what the heck, what is going on? I don't know. The whole Yodel thing. I quite like the idea of that. If you're running a Tarzan faction that you've got to Yodel, that would be cool. Bad influence on me. I'm too easily influenced. I'm easily influenced by people whose, I can't say company because we're not actually in the same room, but you get what I mean by company I enjoy. People I enjoy being with or interacting with. I'm just looking back in this magazine now to see if there's anything about yodeling. That would be icing it on the cake. That really would. Blah, 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 blah. Just says he can call on the animal kingdom to help. Doesn't say you can yodel, or you've got to yodel though. That's a shame. If you yodel, you get some bonus. That would be brilliant. It's just down to the nitty gritty. How they move through the terrain and stuff. House rule it. That would be cool. Now here's a question. I haven't painted anything in about 4 days. That's kind of a long dry spell for me. Haven't had the chance. Haven't been able to go out and paint, and I'm itching to. I guess tomorrow I'll be able to. I guess. Ooh, Mr. Billy Dreams, Peter. It's 8:30 a.m. here in my part of the US. It's 2:30 in the afternoon here, my friend. 8:30 a.m. What part of the US are you from again? You remind me. There's so many YouTubers and that from various parts all over, and I kind of lose track of who's where. I will, and I know I said this before. I will stagnate, change the times I do these, and possibly will do later ones. Missouri. All right. Okay. Yeah. Right. So it's 8:30 in the morning there. Wow. Wow. That is amazing, really, though, isn't it? But it's just a dark, dreary day here. I'm going to move, see if you can see out the window here. It's not very good. But you get the idea. You get the idea. This time is fine. You know, a lot of people. I know a lot of people getting up ready for work, to go to work, and that, and I know some people, as you saw, tune in whilst they're at work. It would be cool if someone would do one of these whilst they're at work, host it, and then walk around. That would be funny. So it's 8:30 in Texas as well. Wow, early morning. Oh, one thing I want to say, Frost and Fists. I've only ever managed to catch one of your live shows, and I believe it was Freak did a show. I caught a bit of his live. I will, you know, I really want to catch your live shows live, if you know what I mean, and I will at some point. I will do that. But I rest assured, I watched them anyway. Even though it's like gone past the time, I always watch them. But it would be great to do it. So yeah. See, I want So yesterday it was this time of day. No, early in the morning yesterday it was sunny, but then it turned to rain. Yeah, Super War Gamer. I love live shows, but I seem to miss so many. My damn notifications don't work half the time. Yeah, talking about that, I actually, where's my phone? I'll get a notification on here, and it'll say so. Or actually, I don't know if it's a notification. It's probably an email. It'll say so and so is live now, and I think, oh great, I'll go to it, and it was like finished ages ago, and I'm like, damn, you know. But I, you know, now and again I will catch live shows live, and there's nothing better than actually being there at the time. I know that. But yeah, yeah, it's just one of those things. I think it'll probably get better over time. I'm guessing the whole. I mean, YouTube itself has improved quite a bit since it started. I think. I mean, you never used to be able to do the whole live thing initially. Do you remember you could only do? How long was you allowed to make a video for? 10 minutes, was it? You didn't have the ability to do them longer than that originally. Yes, I do too, Mr. Mini Dreams. I like watching and hearing about Frost and Fist taking time out and hanging with Nerdlife, aka Richard Sessions' family. Yes. Yeah, I like anything like that. And it's great. I will and I'll come to America again at some point, and I think I'll make it a mission on that time to come and see a lot of my American buddies, or at least as many as I can. That would be really great. That's kind of I don't know, bit of a dream of mine at the moment, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility. All right, okay. Got 10 minutes left. You got the score run to do, says Super War Gamer. I get it, right? Yeah, that's fine. Need new keyboard. Yeah, no, that's okay. My keyboard messes up like that too sometimes. No worries. Frost and Fists. Thank you, Pete. One day when I can get a weekday off, I'll do one at a time more suitable for my British friends. And likewise, I'll do one later in the day. It'll probably be late at night. On my live shows, I have got a few that I did late at night, early hours of the morning, where, you know, at the time, it just seemed so odd. I felt like I was the only person alive, and then all of a sudden, you know, I had interaction. It was like, hey, there you go. So I'll definitely try and change my times up as well. I feel kind of selfish when I do them at this time. I think this is the time that suits me, and it's not. I'm not trying to be selfish. I am conscious of the fact that I need to do them at different times, and I have, you know, to a varying degree, and I will endeavour to do so. Mr. Mini Dream says, I'd love to come to the UK once before I croak, I believe. Yeah. Well, I loved it when I went to Florida. I just loved the weather. Just so cool. I felt so healthy over there. I felt so much healthier. I lacked the pains in my limbs and joints that I have here. Like even now today, I'm really aching, really aching all over. I just had none of that in the heat of Florida, none of it at all. But I would, you know, I do want to come over in the future and see as many of my YouTube buddies as I can. That would be so awesome. That really would. Super Gamer, US time is better for me for some reason. Yeah. I mean, we are planning on moving in the future to. Mrs. Mini Warzone wants to live near the sea or water, and you know, I got no issue with that. I think that would be great. We've seen a place that we'd like to, or we've seen where we would like to move to. So now we're just going to make it happen, and it will happen. And it's even got its own area that could be a gaming area, and you know, the whole hobby area thing. So I could essentially have my studio in the house. That would be super cool. Yes. Yeah. So that's another. That is not so much a dream. That is something that is going to happen, but that will happen sooner than the returning to America thing. But if returning to America, there's a couple of things I would like to do. I would like to do some conventions, and I would like to meet some of the awesome people that actually live in America. No, not even game, although that would be awesome as well. But I'm just would like to meet you all really more than anything. Just hang out. I think that would be cool. Even just nerd out together and enjoy life. It will happen one day. I mean, look at this technology we're conversing across the world now, and you know, if it carries on going. I mean, if you think about, if you go back 50 years, you say, oh, I'd be able to sit in my room here and converse with people across America. They would laugh at me. I said, don't be so crazy. So if I say it now, oh, the day will come when we can just we can holographically be together, you know, just project holographic images into your room. So you are actually there then. You're all but that stage away. And then we'll have a teleportation device where you can actually teleport you across the world and all that kind of thing. It'll happen. Probably happen after I'm dead, but hey, it'll happen. So anyway, I talked about all the stuff. I actually wrote a list of stuff I wanted to mention, and I've mentioned them all, but keep going and toing and throwing about it. But But yeah, so I don't even know where I was going with that. Nah, can't remember. Sorry, my train of thought is just gone. It's completely gone. I'm actually enjoying. I'm getting used to the one screen now, but yeah, I might turn that one off. Right, yeah, I'm getting rid of that one. Oh, it's all back to front on a PC. Shut it down. Right. Mr. Many Dreams. I remember when it was just a thought to have a phone where you could see the other person was a fantasy. Yeah, I remember I was working in Royal Mail when the video phones first came out, and they were like, I think they're about like a 500 quid a handset, you know. So if you wanted two to like your man and wife, it would cost you like a grand, just £1,000 just to be able to converse. And yeah, and I know that these people. There was this one guy where I used to work. He always just had to have the latest technology, and he just had to have it. So he went out and bought them, and it wasn't that long. A few years later, I mean, we started getting them, you know. But for a couple of years, he was like, "Hey, I've got this phone, and it can." I don't know what I'm saying. He didn't have an accent like that. I got this phone, and I can, see the other person. Okay. But now all phones do it. I mean, look at the old Star Trek with the communicator, like beep beep beep, just talking like that. It's really weird how we have that technology now. I mean, even the data pads that they had in like Star Trek Next Generation with Picard and that wasn't available then, but now we've got the iPads and the tablets, and they do all the same stuff. It's happening. So we'll have we'll have holodecks and hollow suites and all that, and we'll be able to play games in like super 3D holograms. We will. That is a thing. Damn, I'm getting old to Super Gamer. Mr. B Dreams, lol. I just turned 42 and had to prove it to my wife. She swore I was only 40. Yeah, most sci-fi films get it dead on in time. They do. It makes you wonder where they get their ideas from. They said I saw some documentaries, not documentaries, yeah, kind of behind the scenes, ages and ages and ages ago now. Talking about Star Trek in particular, where do you get your ideas? So, like, where do you get your ideas for, like the data pads and like? Cause when they came out, they weren't. Oops, sorry, I knocked the camera. When they came out, they weren't a thing, and these was a couple of people that were like involved in the production of the show. They just said, "Oh, it's based on scientific research." So it makes you wonder. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff with the holographic room thing, which is close to a like a holodeck. By our standards today, it's close. Obviously, it's just emitting light, so it has no physical form like they do in Star Trek. Like how you touch a hologram in Star Trek, it's physical until you go outside the confines of hologram. I think that will come in time. I really do. It'll happen. Super War Gamer says, "Lol, I would have just went with being 40." Well, I remember my 40th birthday party. I was in a band called Six Times Lucky, The logo of the band was 2 blue dice, actually, that logo there. And I played, the band played the gig at my birthday. I wanted to play my own birthday party. We had a hall in, I forget the name of the place. It's no longer there. They tore it down now, but it was like a place for social place that sold, like, you know, the alcohol and all that. And we had tables and we had loads of food. Mrs. Mini Warzone was actually my singer in that band. It was awesome. You know, we played this gig. Had you know, had a cake. Had people from work there, and it was a good atmosphere. So yeah, you guys talking about being 40 is just making me remember. Yeah, all good stuff. Oh dear, I can't believe it's only that time for you people in America. Oh, so it must be about 9:15 for you people now, right? That's sweet. So, I mean, I'll probably close this off at around 3 o'clock-ish here, I think. But I want to know what your plans are, people, for the rest of your day, because you've got more of your day ahead of you than I have here. So, you know mine. I'm going to be going this afternoon. I'm going to be going with my wife for her to give blood. I'll probably, because there's a lot of waiting around involved in that, I'll probably hit a couple of the shops on the local area whilst I'm there, because it's being held at a Baptist church on a place called Mutley Plain, which is just up the road from me. And there's a few shops on Mutley that I will refer to it as the Plain. I remember talking about it to a friend once. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to the Plain." And it's like, "What plane? What aeroplane?" And I'm like, "No, Mutley Plain. It's called Plain." So I'm gonna hit a couple of the shops there and just do that whilst I wait. And then when she's all done, drive home. And what day is it today? It is Thursday, so we'll be watching Supernatural tonight. We tend to watch a different episode of something every night. We've got no TV, but we do watch DVDs and Blu-rays, like box sets. So we've got a different thing we watch every night. So Mondays we watch Star Trek. Tuesdays is Game of Thrones. Wednesdays is CSI. Thursdays Supernatural. Friday is either Walking Dead or Sherlock. It depends on how we feel. Yeah. Right. So you guys. Right. Super War Gamer. Damn, I'm getting old. That was an earlier one. Right. Super War Gamer. My plan: film a bat rep, try to win with a mass lich guard. Well, that's good. Do you find when you're doing playing a game, your feet really ache? God, mine do. My new place, I'm going to get the gaming room is going to have, obviously it's going to have the table, but I don't know how to have it lower down so that I can just sit on chairs that go around on wheels and I can just spin around and the other side of the table, and really hurts my legs sometimes and feet. So you're filming a bat rep, that's good. The only thing, I like filming that, but I find I have about 80 clips in, 80 plus clips sometimes. That's a lot to edit, isn't it? I don't mind filming it, it's the editing I don't like. But good luck with your Lich Guard, that's super awesome. Mr. Mini Dreams is going to do live tech Thursday Q&A after this. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. I'll catch your live shows sometime as well. I will. It's lately I've been struggling to keep up with people's videos, and a lot of the videos I'm watching is actually like 2+ weeks behind, and I'm trying to catch up with. Some days is good. I've got a lot of time. I can actually do that. The problem is I'm I'm sleeping better now. So at the moment, so fingers crossed and that continues. But I was able to keep up with it before because I wasn't able to sleep properly over night time, and I was able to just watch videos and be well on top of stuff. But now I'm actually sleeping well. It's kind of it's good for me, yes, but it means I'm slipping behind on the video thing. But live Q&A Tech Thursday, that's cool because man, if you I could do with getting in and get some questions in. Super Wargamer and MAO, you might be onto a new way of Wargamer. Yeah, just in shares, I'm, I don't know the future, but it's possible one day I could end up in a wheelchair. I don't know, so I'll just get myself an electric one. Be like Davros zooming around the table. I'll just have to have a camera mounted on the side of the chair like that. I'll be like, yes, that's there, and I get myself one of those like they have in the war films, like a stick with a little bit on the end, like a T-shaped thing, and I can just move the troops along. There you go. That's the tactics thing. Yeah, it takes me so long to edit. Yes. Well, you got to go and pick up those kiddies from school. School runs, gore. Remember that, and I don't miss it. I'm glad those days are over for me. Anyway, have fun. Good luck in your game, and yeah, I'll catch you on next time. All right, Mr. Mini Dreams. No hurry. I have a playlist you can watch as you can. Yes, great. And Frost and Fists likes that as well. Yeah. Those days, the school run used to be a nightmare for me. It was a bit of an anathema for me, really. I was like, oh no, not the school run. But you get to know parents, don't you? Like when you're waiting for your kids. I mean, I remember. It's just. I'm not going to relive those days. They were a nightmare. Frost of Fists, I am off to work, my epic brother. Great show today. Well, you have a great day ahead of you, sir. Have an awesome day. Drive careful, and I'll see you on the next video. And yeah, that'll be good. So as long as everybody's safe and sound, that's the main thing. I'll be signing off myself soon anyway. I will sign off at 3 because I'm behind on stuff and I got to do a load of stuff. I didn't do any eBaying today, which is bad. I normally maintain in the stock. I sell DVDs, CDs, and books on eBay. This room, you wouldn't. If I turned the camera, I'd be like, stock. But it's good to have a day off. I didn't do any editing either. I haven't done anything today. It's been a day of nothing really. So here I am. Really cool. Tomorrow I'm going to split in between. I'm going to do some editing. I'm going to do some selling, and I'm going to do some hobby stuff. Hobby stuff will be later though. So anyway, just to let you know, when I do close out the show, I'll be doing it probably in the same manner I normally do. I turn the camera off first, talk for a little bit, and say goodbyes. And yeah, the one thing I do like about live, the great thing about live shows, as you probably all agree, you haven't got to render it after. It's just processes onto YouTube, and away you go. That's it. That is it. Put your thumbnails on, and once it's done, and that's it. So yeah, I think we're pretty much done here. Do you know, I'm not even sure how many people are watching. Let's have a look here. We're down to 3 now, so I guess people are signing off now. So all right, well, what I'll do, all right, I'm going to turn my camera off now. There we go. So turning the camera off, and all that remains to me is to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. It's been real fun. That's a good way to waste a couple of hours in your day, isn't it? But yeah, sorry about the technical issues at the start, but I will try and iron those out. I'll try to do it better for next time. Hey, I might have Mrs. Mini Warzone's iPad. I can just find it easier to keep track of the comments. Then I can just have them in front of me, like flat, and then I can, yeah, it's just easier. Anyway, thank you so much, people. I will see you on the next video. And remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye.